Yeah, I think, especially myself, when you invest 32 balls into your innings, you want to be the one to kick on and go on and get that 60, 70, 80 run score that can probably turn that into a 160, 170 score. And from there, you put the opposition under a bit more pressure straight away. Any risk that they take is highlighted a little bit more when you've got more runs on the board. So, yeah, there's myself and Matty Wade, probably two quite experienced players to play 32 and 37 balls, something like that. That was probably the difference. Guptill got away and kept going.
How did the pitch play? Because it looked like it improved, or it wasn't turning as much to far away.
It probably turned. I was a bit slower, and I reckon there was a little bit more moisture in the surface the other night, so that's where the bounce was coming from. The grass was a little bit more rolled in today, so I was just, we're always short with the bat. 140, we had to have a few things go our way. We needed early wickets, and they denied that, and once that happened, we had to keep pressing and being quite aggressive. So it was, we're well and truly outplayed.
Did you expect the Mark Chapman to be being Phillips to bolt out?
Yeah, we did. We'd sort of planned for that throughout the series, especially Phillips, and then when Chapman come in, obviously with how the wicket played the other day, we definitely expected that. Well, I think it was a little bit similar to the way that they went as well, with Conway going to the top. We wanted to have a little bit more another left-hand option through that middle order. Josh has played beautifully as an opening batter and has probably been out of position for the first 4 games, so it didn't quite come off today. Well, it kind of did with Wadey getting through the middle. We knew that with Mitch, Santner and Ish Sodhi both spinning the ball into the left-hander, we wanted to be able to access both sides of the ground. That's the reason.
Obviously, you didn't get the result you wanted for the series, but what can you take away? You got a few debutants through, and also got 2 wins over here as well.
Yeah, the debutants both played really well. Josh, a couple of 40s again. If he kicks them onto 60s and 70s, which he has been doing in domestic cricket, that'll be great for his confidence. Riley Meredith was outstanding throughout. I know he got hit a little bit towards the end today, but his aggression, his pace was brilliant. Showed that he's well and truly up to the level of international cricket. He's got the skills for it. I was really pleased with our resilience through the series to bounce back from 2-0 down. Even when we lost the second game in particular, we were right there. We were probably one swing of the bat away from pinching it down at Dunedin, and I think a lot of character from the group. The spirits were always high, even when things weren't going our way. In them first couple of games, we always had the confidence that we could bounce back and be really competitive. And it was disappointing to lose today after working our way back into the series so well.
Just lastly, what about yourself personally? You obviously came over here after a pretty tough baby for yourself. You obviously got some runs over here. Does that change your psychological at all, or because you've been around so much now that you know?
It's always nice to get runs. It'd be nice to get a few more. But it didn't change too much, to be honest, mate. I think when you've been around long enough, you sort of, if you look at my career, I probably ride the highs and lows. My highs are pretty good and my lows get pretty low at times. But I think as a person, I stayed the same. My mindset stayed pretty similar. It was just one of those things. I had a 50-50 game away a couple of games ago. It was just you needed a little bit of luck sometimes, and that's T20 cricket, isn't it? When you're opening batter and you're looking to be aggressive, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. So, like I said, after game 2, I still feel like I was a good player when I wasn't going well, and I still feel like I'm a reasonably good player now. Sorry, I missed the first part of that. Yep. Well, first off, I couldn't believe that there was talk from the media that he might miss out on the squad, because, like you've seen, when he's on, he's as good as anyone in the world. He's so destructive against all types of attacks. He's done it to us before. I think Eden Park a couple of years ago, he got a great 100 in the final when that was a great game. We chased 240, but he's so destructive. If you let him off early, he tears attacks apart, and we saw that today. It gave himself a little bit of time, and that's the difference with having 140 versus 170 on the board. If that's 170, he probably has to pull the trigger a little bit earlier, and that puts a little bit of pressure on Conway as well to go a bit harder, and you might get a chance. So that's T20 cricket at times. When you're searching for a score and it's not going your way, it tends to go in waves like that. So he played beautifully in that 90 odd he got in Dunedin, and the other contribution, especially today, was great.
I want to ask why Agar
Similar with the left-handers, there was still 2 overs of spin and he's done that a little bit. That was a plan that we went into the series with, that we wanted to have with Matty Wade being at the top. We had no other left-hand options until Ash at 7, so we wanted to just try and maximise that left-hand option against the 2 spinners spinning it into the left-hander, and then give Mitch some access to pace towards the back end of the innings where it can be so destructive.
Sure. I mean, the series is pretty tight overall. Do you think the missing players that didn't come over here would have been the difference?
Oh, you never know. I think the contributions we had from Philippe with a couple of back-to-back 40s in his first couple of games was brilliant. That showed a lot of fight. I was still really confident that with this team that we had enough to win. We showed at our best was really good, and that might be the difference at times with. I suppose when you're looking at guys who have got a lot of experience, they probably play the game situations a little bit more. But yeah, there's huge positives out of the series.
And we were maintaining that winning the series was primary. Secondary was trying to discover things for
Yep.
the India tour. So just, I know it's only half an hour after that just finished, but what are some of the lessons?
Well, I think Ash Agar hadn't bowled a lot of overs in the power play in his career, especially international career. So that was something that we wanted to explore a little bit more with Adam Zampa as well, bowling a few. He's done it domestically. So just having different options going forward and getting a little bit more information, getting a little bit more experience into them guys playing slightly different roles. Philippe batting at 3 was a real positive at different times there. Jai Richardson started off really well, then he didn't struggle. He was still bowling really nicely. He just didn't get the wicket. So for him to maintain his I suppose his composure through that time when you're bowling well and things aren't quite going your way. That was a real positive for him to come out today and bowl excellent under some tough situations where you got 2 in batters looking to go big.
Just I guess the other big one is resilience, right? It's been a hell of a night. You're trapped inside a hotel room for 2 weeks. COVID scare changes the whole thing, and you come back to it's got to be some relief that's over, right?
Oh, it would have been nicer if we were walking over the trophy, but I think after the whole series, after a long summer, for a lot of guys who have been in bubbles, I know some guys in WA haven't been home for quite a few months, so they'll be looking forward to getting home. We're all looking forward to getting home and seeing family and stuff, but it would have been nice to go away with a win, but with just credit to New Zealand. They bounced back really well and executed, especially in that power play. They kept the pressure on, and then with the bat, they come hard and got away with it. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.